Robocop is directed by Paul Verhoeven, written by Edward Neumeier and Michael Miner. Peter Weller stars as a police officer who is paired with a new partner in the crime-ridden future dystopian Detroit. After being murdered by a gang of criminals, he is revived by the megacorporation Omni Consumer Products. Senior Vice President of OCP, Dick Jones, tries to demonstrate OCP's new potential police units, Ed 209, but the incident results in killing an executive. Murphy and his new partner are dispatched to follow a van that has just departed with a shitload of burnt stolen cash. Bubblegum pops and a push over the rails later, we see that Murphy is cornered by Clarence Boddicker and his gang, the most scummiest, foulest henchmen in action movie history. Each one is as despicable as the last, and they each get a moment to shine in this film. First-person perspective scenes of Murphy being reincarnated are brilliant. He has risen and becomes the face of Detroit's police department, smashing scum in the act and taking care of business. What continues to ensue is violence, black comedy, and a fantastic tale of revenge, seen from the point of view of Robocop himself. This film was one of many films I enjoyed in my youth. It spawned sequels, video games, and a ton of toys. A lot of these scenes in this movie I found hilarious even as a kid. Action movies in this time period were usually over the top, even back then. But rewatching this again, it really isn't a bad movie. In my opinion, it's one of the better written movies of its time, and it immerses you pretty well into the scum-ridden Detroit setting. One gripe I would have with this film is that they did not go into Murphy's family after his death. Maybe one scene would have really tied this together for me. If there are deleted scenes out there, please let me know in the comments below. Murphy could have had more development, but at the same time, they brought him in as an experienced officer, even going as far as taking the driver's seat and being a wise ass to his new partner, Lois. She seems to like him right from the start, as she is just as rowdy as himself. Really didn't care for Robocop 2 or any of the other sequels or TV shows. One thing movies did have in common back in the 80s and 90s is that sequels usually failed tremendously. Robocop 2 did this by ignoring the tone of the first film and going for a wacky script, as opposed to the dark grit that was Robocop in 1987. I give this film a 9 out of 10 due to its watchability in today's world. Its relentlessly dark, violent style helps to imagine a horrible future where corporations are taking over everything and trying to push a police state. If you haven't seen this film, watch it. If you have but haven't seen this film in a while, watch it again. The inside jokes I have carried along with me through all these years were inspired by this movie, so it holds a special place in my nostalgic heart. Compared to other movies in the 80s, I believe it deserves a high rating. Well, that's all I have for you today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more movie reviews, please suggest them down in the comments below. I love you all. Thank you for watching my work, and I hope to see you next time.